Jeremy, oh, he beat the market, bro. He's proving me wrong, bro. Jeremy, you still smell like poo-poo, you freaking loser. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. So apparently, my favorite, very odd man, Jeremy Lefebvre, is now celebrated because his public account, where he has all of his large cap tech stocks in, has reached a value of $2 million. And he made a video bragging and gloating about his most recent victory, where he's made an absolute fortune. Oh, Jeremy, you're such a good investor. But let me remind you, I see through you. I see the man that you are. You are a fraud. You are a fake. You are a loser. And you are a scumbag. And I'm going to remind everybody till the day you die how much of a freaking loser, liar, and fake you are. So to start this video off, we're going to play a clip of Jeremy Lefebvre losing money. Now, we're going to watch this clip, keep this in your mind, and then we're going to watch Jeremy's video and pay attention to his total losses. Let's go.
Since this time last year, I am down not 1 million, not 2 million, but $3 million. And, you know, I'm down over $1 million in the chef. Over $1 million if you add up all my different accounts. As you're seeing there, you know, basically lost everything in the stock. 200, that's $250,000. And then a much smaller position in my public account. This is my main private account, which obviously is much bigger.
Okay, so Jeremy Lefebvre, in his own words, in a recorded video, said that he lost not 1 million, not 2 million, but $3 million. So this clown lost $3 million. We're going to go watch a video now where he celebrates having $2 million, of which a lot of that is contributions. So is Jeremy positive on his investment returns, ladies and gentlemen? If you are down 50%, would you make a video bragging about your investment returns? Of course you wouldn't, because you're down 50%. But Jeremy the fraud can manipulate and lie and deceive you into buying his stupid-ass software and his whatever he freaking has, his stupid-ass course and his stupid-ass Discord that's going to teach you nothing about how to lose your freaking money. So let's go ahead and react to Jeremy's video. I just hit $2 million. My next move is this.
Well, folks, it's a big day. Public count over $2 million here today, sitting on $160,000 plus gain for the day here today. Okay, so in this video here today, I want to speak about where do we go from here with the public count. You know, what am I looking to move around? And, you know, certain positions are getting so big. Am I looking to maybe start cutting some of those and moving some money in elsewhere and things like that? So we'll go through all that. We're going to talk about kind of where we go from here. Want to give some good advice, hopefully, to everybody out there throughout this video here today on some things I've learned over the past few years that hopefully you can adapt. And, you know,
oh, so you're still learning. You're still in the learning phase, Jeremy, but you're also charging people money to view your stupid portfolio.
I've definitely had a lot of people reaching out saying congrats to me. Also, congrats to you guys. I know there's a lot of people out there that are reaching new milestones in your portfolios, whether it be, you know, 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, just a record.
Congratulations for what? You lost $3 million. The title of this video is, I just hit $2 million. I'm not that great at math. Well, actually, I am. But I think 3 million is greater than 2 million. So if you lose $3 million, but then you only make 2 million, or you only hit 2 million, are you positive? Think about this. Absorb it into your brains.
Amount and things like that. So congratulations to you guys as well. You know, you got to put in the work and make the investments and those sorts of things, and you guys are doing that, and you've done pretty well for yourselves. So I want to say congratulations to you guys as well. Trevor sent me this over today. T-Man, he's the one that sends out the 5-figure awards for the Patreon members. And yeah, it looks like 8 new.
You get an award for hitting 5 figures. Wow, that is okay. I'm happy if you hit 5 figures in your account. You started from nothing. But get an award for that? You can put money in a freaking savings account over time and hit $10,000. He's giving out awards for that. He's really trying to scrape the bottom of the barrel. You can see what he's doing here, because by giving out $10,000 awards, he's trying to suck in people that are new to investing. you think somebody with $10 million is going to get a $10,000 award? No. Okay. He's sucking in the bottom of the barrel because they don't know any better.
People are getting five-figure awards. They just hit $10,000 plus in their portfolios. Congratulations to those individuals there. That's big time, man. And then we've definitely seen a big uptick in terms of private group members with six-figure trophies and seven-figure trophies. So, that's great to see. A lot of people having a lot of success out there, and just got to stay balanced, stay focused in this market, and weather the down markets. It's always a roller coaster ride, right? And time periods like this, just enjoy it because record.
Yeah, I'm enjoying seeing you still down $1 million, Jeremy. Please keep celebrating.
The record can be hit for quite some time before you have kind of the next downturn there, okay? So that's going on there, okay? I need two things from you guys before we get into this. Smash like, that helps the channel out, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of my videos in the future. If you're looking to join my prep stock group and take your game up to the next level, there'll be pinned comment down there, and you can learn, very in-depth, everything you need to know. I know there's some people, you might be watching this, you might have got lucky. I'm just going to call it what it is. Some of you guys might.
Are you watching yourself right now, Jeremy?
Got lucky. You might be hitting 5 figures recently, 6 figures, 7 figures, and maybe you don't really understand financial statements or understand how to value companies or.
You think this mother effer understands financial statements? Seriously? He pulls up an income statement, he circles 2 lines, and that's his understanding. He took 1 accounting class in business school, but you're going to pay this freaking loser to teach you accounting? I guess he knows more than me. He probably charges more than I charge, and I'm a freaking CPA. What is Jeremy? A discount Backstreet Boy.
Project numbers out in the future and things like that. The state said.
Oh God! Don't even get me started on his projections. Didn't he steal a valuation template from Stone Cold Investing? I'm pretty sure he takes his course members' material, rips it off, and then takes it as his own, and then does some half-ass future discounted cash flow analysis. And I don't even think he discounts the future cash flows. He just puts it on a shitty piece of Excel that he stole from somebody else. And that's his growth assumptions. Wow. He's like a crappy everything money.
Gone up now. It's bigger amounts of money. It's, you guys taking the stuff more and more serious, the more money you got. So if you're ready to do that, pin comment down there.
You should take it because if you have more money, you don't want to lose it all. A lifetime of work, gambling it, and listening to this incompetent fraud.
There's a reason we've had, such a ridiculous amount of people go through the program over time and have lots of success. All right, guys. So
the program was so successful, guys, that he deleted his last website. He had a full website with testimonials during the clown market of 2020 and 2021. The website has been deleted. If you have a successful business with happy customers, why would you delete your testimonials and your website? Because he's a fraud.
We're going through this. So first of all, where I want to start today's video is what a 4-year journey. If I go back and if I think about going into 2020, it was pretty bullish. I'll be honest with you guys. There was a pretty good feeling about the economy, the state of the economy, the state of the stock market as well, where the Federal Reserve was at, where inflation was at. Going into 2020 was a pretty, I would say, comforting feeling. I would say it was overall bullish going into 2020. I remember going into 2020 feeling pretty decent about the market, about business, about investing, about everything, to be quite.
I felt 2020. 2020 was great. We had a global pandemic. Everything shut down, and stocks went to the moon because we cut interest rates to 0. Wow.
Quite frank, there was, nothing that really jumped out at me that really concerned me going into 2020. Now, once 2020 started, obviously, oh boy, things fell off really quickly. We had the biggest black swan event maybe in the past 100 years, which was obviously Rona. That came out of nowhere. And, the rumor started in January 2020, and then they started to really ramp up in February 2020. And by March of 2020, it was here. It was real. It was like, oh my gosh, this is actually they're going to do this. They're going to close down the world. This is crazy, right? And so all of a sudden things got insanely bearish, right? And they were insanely bearish for quite a while. Even once the market started to come back, things were still overall bearish, I would say, because a lot of people didn't know what was going to happen. We were going to be closed down for years. A lot of people didn't know a lot of things, right? How was business going to bounce back? Things like that, right? By the time we went into going into 2021, there was the most bullish market I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if I'll ever see a bullish market that bullish again, and maybe I will.
Yeah, as a professional stock picker, at least that he claims that he is, he got swept up into the market. Now let's watch this short clip. Back in 2021, 2022, I was mocking Jeremy for being a fraud and for buying garbage stocks. In this video on February 15th, 2022, the market just turned massively. Jeremy started a competition with me. He even mentioned me by name, kind of. So let's see what Jeremy has to say here. And then let's look at the current results, the smug fraud loser. And funny enough, when we see how this competition is doing now, I want you to go to his recent video and see if he still has this competition on his channel. Because he was supposed to compete with me for multiple years to prove to me that VT's trash and that his clown stocks are great. Is the tracker still there? No, it's not. I wonder why.
Oh, it's a good day in the market when PayPal somehow finds a way to be green. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, I got a friend, Walgreens.
Hyundai Palisade versus
we got to
Nissan
see what PayPal was at on this day.
doesn't.
Percent drop.
Okay, so PayPal was $115, so he's down roughly 50%. But no, it's going to cost me $60.
Dropbox, which earnings are coming up pretty soon, next 48 hours. That one a 1.8% move there. I'm really looking forward to that one. Even PayPal was green today. Man, you know it's a good day in the market when PayPal somehow finds a way to be green. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, I got.
Okay, so before he talks, this is the glorious VT versus Jeremy small cap stocks. So the story of this is we had a competition. He had it on every video of his channel to prove to me that I was a loser and VT's trash, and it's just going to massively underperform the likes of disruptive stocks like Tattooed Chef. And then he started to underperform, and then he changed the name of the tracker to VT versus Unprofitable Stocks Tracker. And then the tracker disappeared. But he's not hiding anything, ladies and gentlemen. No, you just have to stick with him and trust him. He just never, ever, ever hides his losses. He only ever shows his wins, right? Right? Yeah, that is right. Such a scam. All right, let's listen to this fraud.
Got a friend, Belly. He's always talking. He's been talking a lot of trash about my stocks recently, saying they're so bad, and they're gonna do horrible, and they're gonna way underperform the VT and whatnot, which he puts all his money in. So, we started this competition yesterday. I had a guy set it up over the weekend, and I appreciate him setting that up. And so, yeah, we'll track this over the next couple of years. I'll have it linked in the description, and we'll see how.
We'll track this over the next couple of years. This was basically 2 years ago.
VT does against my super bad, horrible stocks that are going to underperform the market. Mm-hmm. Time will tell. You got to let the numbers do the talking sometimes. And
this is the guy that has $2 million now. So obviously he knows what he's doing. It's not pure luck.
We'll see. VT's off to a nice lead so far over the Planet, over SDC, and over Avant. And it's losing a few of the other battles. We'll see what happens over the next couple years. We'll see which one beats it. If I had to guess, these ones will absolutely decimate the VT.
Decimate the VT. All right, let's see where we're at right now. So notice there is one green percentage on here. Okay? Is it Tattoo Chef? Is it the Planet? Is it Honest My Bonus? Smile, blah, blah, club, Corsair. No, it's VT. It doesn't even include the dividends I've received and reinvested, of course. So apparently these amazing decimation stocks that this expert, the stock expert picked, didn't do so well. And he deletes the tracker. But no, guys, he's up in 2023 and he made some money in 2024. So this cancels out the $3 million that he lost, right? Yeah, what a freaking idiot.
But it might be 10, 20 years from now. It was ridiculous. I mean, going into 2021 was just, it was through the roof in terms of bullishness, right? People were feeling so great. The world's going to open back up soon. We're going to defeat Rona. Oh my gosh, the stimulus money. Look at company earnings were bouncing back insanely strong. Crypto was running huge. Real estate prices were starting to appreciate. There was just euphoria all over the place, right? I mean, I've never seen it like that before. And,
yeah, that's the time you want to go all in on massively unprofitable, share diluting, small cap growth trash, right?
Everybody was convinced they're going to be a millionaire. Everybody wanted to get into investing going into 2021. It was a whole situation, right? And then
yeah, and you took advantage of that by charging up to $20,000, you disgusting scam artist fraud.
And, some of that died down a little bit, but I would say overall going into 2022, that was bullish as well, right? Until the Federal Reserve started taking inflation serious and they started raising rates. And that caused the crash of 2022, which was absolutely vicious. I mean, one of the most brutal crashes we've seen in the market, the most brutal crash we've seen in the market, to be quite frank, since the great financial crisis.
It wasn't even that bad. If you look at the history of our recessions in the United States, this was nothing. Okay, stocks went down 20, 25% at the most, except for his clown stocks. This was not a vicious down market. This was not a vicious recession. It was only vicious if you invested all of your money in clown stocks like he did. But, you know, obviously that's the barometer for comparison is Jeremy Lefebvre's picks. He basically is the market.
That was a brutal crash, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. Now, going into 2023, people remained, super bearish, super bearish, right? I mean, just no one was feeling really great about the market. And then going into 2024, I don't feel it was bullish going into 24. I also don't feel it was bearish. It was kind of just like a neutral feeling to the market. You have some people over here still bearish, sticking with their bear calls. You have some people bullish. You have some bulls that are kind of more neutral that are like, I don't know, this could kind of go either way. So I just say a little bit of a more of a neutral market in 2024, right? Now, to illustrate kind of the crash of 2022 and how vicious that was, like I said, it's the worst crash we've seen, in my opinion, since the great financial crisis, and arguably.
So he pulls up, 7 stocks to show how bad the crash was? Go look at the S&P 500. Go look at VT. The crash was not that bad. What did I do? I kept dollar cost averaging. Oh my God. VT went to 79 or something. Did I panic? No, I just kept dollar cost averaging. That's my strategy. And now VT's at 104. But of course, what stocks are absent from this vicious crash? Oh, all of his stocks that he picked and that he lost $3 million on. But he's got $2 million in his account now, right?
Bubble. But it was insane because the indexes didn't quite show it as much because oil and gas.
What the hell is this? Numerade?
Healthcare held up, some of those things. But
basically, he just said the index didn't really fall that much. What?
The stocks that people actually care about. They care about the Mag 7, right? What does everybody talk about? The Mag 7. Tesla, Microsoft, Nvidia, Google, Apple, Meta, Amazon. These stocks
Everybody talks about the Mag 7, okay? And of course, genius Jeremy bought the Mag 7. Do you think he did some crazy fundamental analysis? Do you think he has some inside scoop on these stocks? No. He lost all his money, $3 million, on garbage, massively unprofitable, share diluting trash. And I predicted this. He went into large cap tech. Large cap tech went down a lot, and then it recovered, okay? And this is only a 1 or 2 year time horizon. But the amount of losses that he suffered, you cannot recover from that. That's the point. It doesn't matter if he hit $2 million if you lost $3 million. And remember, a chunk of that $2 million is cost basis. So he's down way more than $1 million. Way more. And this is only what he's showing you. What?
In the stock market, they run the world, right? And what happened to those stocks? Amazon fell over 50% peak to trough. Apple fell over 30% peak to trough. Meta fell over 70% peak to trough. Remember, these are the best, strongest, greatest companies in the world. Google fell over 30% plus peak to trough. Nvidia fell over 50% peak to trough. Microsoft fell over 30% peak to trough. And Tesla fell over 70% peak to trough, right? Then you go a layer beneath that. AMD, 50% plus drawdown. Shopify, 70% plus drawdown. Netflix, 70% plus drawdown, peak to trough, right? From where they peaked in late 2021 versus where those stocks were, in 2022 at the lows. I mean, it was insane. Insane. Yeah, well, we'll eventually get another crash like that, but it might be a while. Even when we get the next big recession, which will be a big unemployment recession, whenever that comes, that could still be years away. We'll see.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Economist Jeremy predicting the next recession.
All that plays out. Maybe it's in the next year, maybe it's 3 years, 5 years out. We'll have a big unemployment recession again, where unemployment will go to 7, 10%. But I can tell you this, the chances that you're going to see the greatest companies in the world fall 7, 80%, I would say pretty low. Those stocks will fall a lot. They'll fall 30, 40, 50%. But those sorts of drops, that was a freak situation.
What about 100%, like Tattooed Chef and Smile Direct Club and Voyager Digital and all the other stocks you went bankrupt on? Didn't mention those.
So insanely bullish to so insanely bearish in a matter of months. It wasn't in years. It was in a matter of months, okay? There was a freak situation there. And the Fed couldn't save the day, which is so different than almost every other situation where let's say some black swan event, the Fed can just drop rates down to zero. They can do whatever they got to do. They stimulus, blah, blah, blah. Because that was a freak situation where we had inflation of 8, 9, 10% almost. And, if you look at trueflation, numbers were double digits at some points, right? That was a freak situation, and the chance you get into that again, is a long time from now in order to that, right? Some areas of the market still haven't even recovered, right? Fintech's a great example of this. These stocks have bottomed, but they haven't really recovered yet. The recovery for these sorts of stocks still has to come, which is shocking that it's, this far out and, there's still areas of the market that still recover. Small cap.
Please, Jeremy, please go all in Robinhood. Please go all in Coinbase. Please go into SoFi. I think he just did buy SoFi. Please, I'm begging you. Now, once again, Jeremy is the epitome of an emotional investor. He takes his investments extremely seriously. And when he loses money, it makes him do irrational decisions, like continue to dollar cost average into tattooed chef. Okay. The next hype market that comes around, he's going to get swept up into it. He's going to celebrate and brag and lie. Then the next crash is going to come and he's going to lose way more than the market. Then he's going to get depressed again and he's going to do more irrational decisions. It's a freaking emotional roller coaster. If you index like me, I did not care at all. I was buying consistently over the last 12 years and I never freaking stopped. And oh my God, I'm doing just fine. But Jeremy's doing better, apparently.
Still have to recover. These things have bottomed, but they haven't actually recovered yet. That still has to play out here, folks, okay? There's a whole game here, right? No, if I think about the way I was treated personally, right, online. I've been on YouTube and on social media since 2016. Going into 2020, I was definitely treated like a god, I'll be honest.
He was treated like a god. You probably thought you were a god, Jeremy. Now, there were multiple people that made fun of him. But there was one guy I remember that was calling Jeremy a fraud when all the stocks were going up in 2020 and 2021. And his name is Christopher Allen Bell, who's the chairman and CEO of Strongman Personal Finance. He was the devil in 2020. He was the devil in 2021. And he's still the freaking devil. Okay? Nothing has changed. It's all red, just like his portfolio.
With you guys. And why do people treat me like that? It was really on the back of Tesla's success. And being the person that really saw Tesla, was talking about Tesla. It was really me and one other guy with Galileo at Hyperchange that we would always talk about Tesla and how.
See why I don't like Tesla stock? It enabled a bunch of frauds like Jeremy.
Bullish we were and what we saw for the future. And so being that I got that right and that stock exploded higher, I definitely was being treated very well going into 2020. Okay. And then going into 2021, it was still like being treated like a god. It was insane, right? Then going into 2022, I started kind of getting treated like a devil. People started talking a lot of trash about me. Going into 2023,
I talk trash the whole time because I can see right through you. He is such a fake. Okay. Everything he does is a manipulation and a lie and a grift. What more? I have made hundreds of videos on this guy. He's such a comedic figure. I love making fun of this guy because he's such a fraud. And it's funny because so many people get swept up into it. But I saw right through him. And nothing has changed. Heed my warnings, people.
Like a devil. Oh my gosh, I'm the worst person in the world, right? And then going into 2024, I'd say a little bit more neutral, right? I don't think was being treated like a god going in this year. I also don't think I was any longer being treated like the devil. It's just kind of like neutral, right? And that all in is just a matter of a few years, right? Which is fascinating, like how fast things can flip from like being treated like a god to being treated like a devil to like, oh, okay, kind of neutral now at this point in time. And at the end of the day, my dad told me a great saying, when I was a kid, he used to say, this world's about what have you done for me lately? And that always kind of stuck with me ever since I was a child. And it's the most true statement. If my stocks are doing great, man, people treat me great. If my stocks are doing bad, man, do they treat me bad? It's just, what have you done for me lately? That's the world we live in, okay? And so
yeah, because people listen to you and they lose ungodly amounts of money and they don't have YouTube as a backstop with ad revenue and grift courses to recover their losses. That's the problem, Jeremy. That's why people are mad at you, because when people work their whole lives and then they trust you like the fraud that you are and you sell them lies, and they lose all of their hard-earned money that they're never going to recover. It's serious business, okay? Maybe not to you, you disgusting piece of trash, but to real normal people, it's very serious, the people that you're harming.
Always remember that for you out there. Same thing at your job, same thing at your business. What have you done for me lately? You don't do your customers right in the short term, like, man, they start treating you bad, okay?
Yeah, if you promise a customer something and then you don't deliver, yeah, they're going to be mad. But, if I order from Amazon, I get like a pencil and it's broken. Okay, I got a broken pencil from Amazon. Big freaking deal. But if my entire net worth gets decimated and I can't retire ever, or I live like a pauper in retirement because I lost all my money, it's serious.
And, this saying I heard recently, and I love this one. It says, live for the cheers, die by the booze. If you live for the cheers, you'll die by the booze. And man, do I love that one, because it's so honestly true. Because if I'm going to live for people to treat me like a god and telling me how great I am, well, guess what? It's going to kill me inside when they're treating me like trash and they're saying I'm trash and I'm garbage.
Dude, I decimated this man. I cannot explain to you. I know it's true. The amount of utter vicious decimation that I unleashed on this man was the most epic thing I've ever done on YouTube, because I was so right about him and I showed him for the fraud that he was. And I know there were many late nights that he stayed up thinking about my words and how it just tore him apart inside. And I will die happy knowing that I made this fraud feel like the fraud fake that he actually was. And I'm going to keep doing it, Jeremy Lefebvre. Don't you worry. Just admit it, bro. I destroyed you. I tore you down into a bunch of components. You were obliterated. Oh, baby. Even if you somehow 10x from here, which ain't going to happen, you will never forget me, okay? I made you. I changed you. Hopefully I didn't make you into a better man. I doubt it. But I freaking have an impact on you that you will never forget, boy.
And this and that, right? So I think that's a little food for thought in regards to that as well, right? It was interesting, somebody, my team, oh man, he sent me this, and it was like a very positive message overall. And I said, man, every time I see something like that, I say to myself, you better effing remember that next time we're in a bear market and not turn on me. Because it's so true, right? Because I watched it, man. I watched how quickly people turn from just being like, I was the greatest thing ever to just like, I was the worst thing ever. And it was like, wow, man, that happened fast.
See, they were so wrong. I only went bankrupt to multiple companies, but see, my stocks went up for a year, so I'm a genius now.
That really happened fast, right? And then it can switch the other way. Well, wow, people go from treating you so bad, wow, they treat you really good, right? Just depending upon how your stocks are doing, right? Now, they created some trust issues with me. I'm not going to lie about that. In regards to kind of being, a public figure and kind of, things like that, definitely created some trust issues. I don't approach things the same. I don't approach social media the same as I did, several years ago. Heck, I don't even think I really smile for thumbnails nowadays. Like, do
you see what I did to this man? Oh, I love it. It makes me feel so good.
Used to. It took away definitely some innocence from me after being treated the way I was treated for almost 2 years. It was.
I took his innocence. Well, don't think about that too much. How many truckers took your fans' innocence, boy, because of your garbage stock picks?
Vicious, right? And I kind of put it almost similar to like if you get cheated on by a man or a woman or whatever, right? In a relationship, and you don't really approach.
I like how he starts with a man.
Things the same after that. Kind of like, okay, I see how this is. And you change up your approach a little bit in terms of the next relationship, which you have to do, or you're going to fall to the same pattern again and again and again. So with me personally, some trust issues were created there, and I approach things differently now at this point in time, right? As this saying, I love this saying, fool me once.
What an appropriate quote. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. This is the most beautiful quote that applies to Jeremy. If you let Jeremy fool you in 2020 and 2021, shame on Jeremy. If you let Jeremy fool you again, that's shame on you, bucko. And if you go read the comments of this video, there's a lot of people getting fooled again.
Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. That's 100% the way I feel in regards to that. Also made some changes, right? I don't really mess with my peers anymore, right? I don't watch my peers. They're big finance YouTubers. I don't watch them. I don't pay attention to what they're up to, what they're doing. I don't mess with them. You don't see me collabing in videos with them nowadays. I don't do any of that, right? I know they all.
You've done plenty of collabs, you loser.
Watch me, though. I know they all watch me, though. And
yes, Jeremy, I watch you every day. When I need to know what's going on with the stock market and random CNBC clips that you just repeat because you just watched it all day, I go to you. You are my guide to the markets, Jeremy. Please lead me to the promised land. Okay, please teach me how to build wealth by buying Tattooed Chef, putting millions of dollars into it, and then just pretending the losses never happened and losing $3 million, but now having $2 million and somehow have that make sense. Go look at VT over the last 10 years. See how well that did. Look at the total returns, not just the stock price or the ETF price.
The reason I really don't do that is, I just saw the way they turn certain ways and just, a lot of bad stuff. I don't even want to get into it. I'm so past all the drama phase of 2022 at this point in time. But, I saw.
You watch me, bussy boy.
The way things were there. And so, I mess with who I mess with now. And outside of that, and the people I really mess with are a lot of the small YouTubers that are on the come up and things like that. Because those ones actually have, real appreciation for you. The problem with the big YouTubers is, they get big.
Yeah, they suck your schlong because they want to become famous YouTubers themselves. You think they like you idiot?
They get big heads, and then they forget who paved the way for them, right? Which, just to be quite frank, it was me and my neighbor. and I don't want to mention his name because I know he's way too humble to put him out like that. But it was him and me. We set this whole game up, and then every one of these big finance YouTubers would never have existed if it wasn't for us. I promise you that, because we knocked the door down. We showed it was possible. We showed it was possible to grow big channels, and then they all started to jump on. And then now they got big heads, and anytime they get a moment to trash either one of us, I've always noticed they always do that, and throw us under the bus and try to make us look bad and things like that. And it's like, man, you don't.
Well, good on them. Is he talking about Kevin? I don't know. Good on them for trashing you, because you are a fraud. And I hope you're not referring to Graham as your little bussy buddy, because if Graham is still talking to you, I've lost faith in Graham as well.
Don't even appreciate like what was laid out for you so you could do this thing. And but and it's not like that really.
Thank you, Jeremy. You made me my king. Please, can you send me a replica of your schlong so I can sit on it all day?
Other industries, if you look at like sports, like people always pay the people respect that kind of paved the way. Like, oh man, you paved the way for this. You opened the door here, where there was nothing. And like, wow, music's like that. Music, people show appreciation to the OGs all the time. It's funny. YouTube is just not like that. It's just,
yeah, I'm an OG, just like a basketball player that misses every shot and basically just sucks ass. Why don't they show me some respect, even though I suck massive ass? Oh my god.
Not enough professionalism there, or people explaining the history or anything like that. So it is what it is. So I just kind of stay out of all that stuff, and stay out of all that drama as well, which I really like.
Now, some people pointed this slide out to me before I started this video, and I had to react to this. I don't normally react to this garbage anymore. What is the first thing that Jeremy cares about, everybody? Does he care about you? Does he care about his? I mean, I think family should be number one, especially if you have children. What's number one? And what did he put in all capital letters? Me. That's right. This is... You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. This is Jeremy Lefebvre.
What I care about, what it also really focused me on, right? Because I used to really care about, trying to make other YouTubers successful, and I would have them over at my house all the time and teach them stuff, and you could do this, and try to help them, and for free. And I realized that was a waste of time. So
can I come over? Can you show me some, please? Oh man, imagine how that would go down.
What do I focus on nowadays? Me. Making sure I'm good, making sure my family's good, right? I focus on my private stock group members. I focus on my Patreon members, the people that actually support me and my family, and my loyal viewers, right? The ones that, are here all the time, and you show up and you enjoy the videos and all those sorts of things. And that's where my focus is. And then the rest is whatever the rest is. Whatever that's going to be is whatever that's going to be.
Whatever that's going to be is whatever that's going to be. Oh my God. Back streets, back. All right.
But that's where my priorities are, and that's where my focuses are, okay? So let's talk about the public account here. I mean,
I wonder if we can see how much he's actually up.
It's more top heavy than it's ever been. Meta is now almost 40.
Okay, so here's confirmation right here. So, the freaking thing's blocking it. He's up about $1 million and change for a total cost basis probably $900,000. Okay, so he lost $3 million. Now he's showing an account that shows 1.1 million of gains. Is Jeremy Lefebvre positive? Has he made money? Has he been redeemed by losing 3 million, but then gaining 1.1 million? 1 + 5 - 2 = 26. Yeah, you people are freaking stupid if you so fall for this freaking clown.
3% of the portfolio. It could approach 50%. I mean, it's getting out of hand, right? And I can't sell Meta. I cannot sell Meta. I think I'm going to be able to get out of this situation. And I'll explain to you in just a moment how I think I'm going to be able to get out of this situation. But the position's gotten
You could have had it in a tax advantage account, but whatever.
So big that every little bit now, Meta goes up. It's like a substantial number, right? I mean, think about it. So the position's now $864,000, right? So let's say on Monday, Meta goes up 1 percentage point. That's $8,600 in a day, right? On 1 percentage point move. A 3 percentage move is like a decent day, right? So 3 percentage points. Now we're talking.
Yeah, but okay. So if you lose $3 million, let's say you had $3.5 million, and then you lose 3 million, so now you have 500,000. Well, 1 percentage point is not that much because you lost so much. But if you do a good strategy that gets you to $3 million and you don't lose it all like a degenerate clown, That's when you start making the money. I'm going to be there one day, and I will never face a situation like this. Okay? Never. I still can't get over this. I'm surprised he hasn't got rid of this. I'm sure it'll disappear one day, but we have enough pictures of it. All right, Jeremy, keep showing us your amazing gains because you made $1.1 million after losing 3.
Talking about, $25,000 roughly. Whew. So that's the thing I got kind of working against me here, but I have something working for me that I'll talk to you in a moment here. But yeah, Meta, I can't sell it. It's still undervalued. Like if Meta was 800 today or 1,000 today, I might be able to say, okay, let me start cashing out some profits. It's trading at, I can't trade Meta. Meta's trading right now probably at somewhere between a 20 and a 25 forward P for a company that just grew revenues 25%. I can't, like valuation wise, it doesn't make sense to sell
He's
right
still
now.
using the same valuation metrics. Forward P. How did that work for you last time, clown?
At all. So, I just have to hold and just, it is what it is, right? No, I think there's a few ways I could kind of getting out of this a little bit in terms of top heaviness. One is I think PayPal is going to start rolling very soon here. It could happen as soon as this earnings. I think they're going to announce probably big job cuts along with a decent earnings report and a good conference call. And I think that could start the momentum in regards to PayPal. So I think PayPal is, going to start moving very shortly here. Elf on a shelf, everybody's kind of waiting on Elf's numbers here, like what's going to happen. And so if they report another great earnings report, that baby's flying again. So that will become a bigger weight, which that's already a pretty big weight. That's, let's see, Elf on a shelf. That's 8.38%. So if Elf on a big run, let's say, they really come through with great numbers here and the stock shoots to 200 plus, okay, now that's going to, obviously become a bigger weight here. Okay. So there's a potential. By the way, PayPal earnings are Wednesday. I will be live streaming that on Twitch. That's going to be a massive live stream. So just.
Oh, please, God, destroy PayPal. Please, Lord. This is my second praying for the downfall here. Maybe this will work out too.
Put that in your phone, put that in your calendar. Remind yourself to join me Wednesday, starting around noontime Pacific time on Twitch for that PayPal live stream. That's going to be insane, okay? We're going to react to the numbers and the conference call. Then the third is I'm building new positions right now, so I'm not adding new money to start coming back in the second half of the year. Once we get past this initial Cybertruck ramp over the next couple quarters,
and here he is, still shilling Tesla, the clown stock that made him.
And that baby really starts flowing. I think that will start being margin accretive, profit accretive. The price cuts have been what they've been. I just don't see any price cuts past this quarter. I just don't. And if anything, I see in the back half of the year potential price rises. So
my husband's family.
Oh my God. What a freaking joke of a video. Okay, I had to react to that even though I'm freaking tired. Jesus Christ. All right, let's do some comments, and I'm gonna go lay down. Let's see. Those traps. That's right. I got big traps. Strongman filming with I don't know what's up with my internet. It's been freaking awful every time I do a live stream. Jeremy has become powerful. Yes, I'm feeling the power of Jeremy. My intimidation levels are going to 20,000. This ain't even his final form. Oh, see, like the pride always comes before the fall. This is history repeating itself. He's cocky. He thinks he's a genius. When he thinks he's a genius, he starts making stupid decisions. And I guarantee you, he will get wrecked again. Mark my words. He is a gambling clown. He is not an investor. What will be the name of the hedge? Oh, God, I can't even come up with that. Something ridiculous. Hedgy my hedgy. Is it possible to be a millionaire in the next 5 years from VT? I mean, a double in 5 years? I don't know, man. Maybe 10 years, maybe more. If I don't contribute anymore. But I don't focus on like, oh, how fast am I going to become a millionaire? I max my tax advantage accounts. I stay the course, and I don't think about the market. I focus on making money, and that will work for me. It has worked for me in the past, and it will work for me in the future. What this guy does not work. Yeah, he's going to be a billionaire any day now. I just can't believe this guy is still going. Pretty insane also that he can still continue his scam. If 2022 didn't kill him, nothing will kill him. The thing that surprised me about Lefebvre is how he writes allegedly screenshots and calls himself a big YouTuber. He got a gift from God having the channel that he has because it bails him out. He doesn't suffer consequences for stupid decisions. Let's see. This guy. Who are you? Going on all my videos like a psycho. Jeremy is he's seething. Me? Oh yeah, I lost everything in 2023. Oh my God, I'm so poor now. You'll be seething if you listen to Jeremy, trust me. Let's see. The world is going down the crapper. It's hard to believe a total world stop. Well, I guess maybe it's not going to crap. The fact that he made a VT tracker is hilarious. He's such a Goomba. I mean, he exposed himself right there. What more do you need? Let's see. Hey, dumb man. This isn't 2022 again. He switched up his port. Yeah, after losing $3 million, he made $1 million. But he switched his portfolio, okay? So how are you doing compared to? Well, my total returns are over 100% over my lifetime. And Jeremy made $1 million and lost $3 million. He's crushing me, bro. Did Jeremy have a midlife crisis? He's not there yet. I think we're both the same age, actually. Let's see. Jeremy will create tons of new bag holders again just for the next downturn. I hope there's a recession this year. Please don't. You know what I'll keep doing? The same thing I've always done. You know what Jeremy will do? Go through another crisis. How does he, like, this is going to kill him, like, from the stress. Yeah, I don't think he's going to live that long. Wait a minute. Jeremy has 800K in meta and lost over 1 million in tattooed chef. Those are, he's crushing it, guys. Trust me. Uploading my video on Jeremy. Oh, I can't wait to watch that. It's going to be entertaining. I'm tired, but I had to react to this video. Strongman showing his gains off, but he won't show those explosive losses. When have I ever hid losses? My portfolio is 98% VT, and I have a China ETF. When I lost money on Baba, it went down 35%. I sold Baba, put it into China ETF. That's my portfolio. What are my losses? Serious, what are my losses? I want to know. Well, I guess maybe I bought VT like 2 days ago and the market went down a little bit. And maybe that share lot is down. I don't know. Let's see. If Jeremy ever debates Strongman, I will be. Oh, that'll never happen. I will say this. At least Jeremy never abandoned stock. He did abandon the stocks. Of course he did. He's been selling them off one by one. Let's see. Jeremy still has time. Oh, dude. I tore him apart. I ripped out his soul. And he will never forget Daddy Long Dong. And I ain't going anywhere. Even if my channel gets deleted, I'll be back. I only added 1 share of meta right before the close yesterday. You should have gone all in, bro. You should have watched Jeremy's videos. Yeah, I have 9 followers. Yeah. You're definitely a Jeremy course member. Don't forget Jeremy VT for small caps started after all. Dude, the losses that you see on this, let's pull this up again. These losses are not his actual losses. He started this after the stocks had already plunged. Most of these will probably be negative 80, negative 90. Now, Planet 13 is not loading. It's still publicly traded. But these are down way more. Now, if he started this tracker when I bought BT, I'd be up 100% plus. Oh, but he's going to crush me, bro. What a freaking scamming fraud loser. Let's see. Why does Strongman say through dollar? I've done great. But in the same breath, bash big tech and cry about how much VT has underperformed. It's kind of sad. Chris spins his. Let me read this whole comment. Time crying like a baby, generating no value for his 9 followers. Get off YouTube and be a dad and a husband, loser. Okay, well, first of all, I bash big tech because people put all their money in it for the simple reason that it went up a lot. You cannot deny that. That is what most people do. And they think they are geniuses. That is not how investing works. It may work for a time, but if you just keep buying stuff that went up a lot, you're going to get your butt clapped. But if you buy everything at market cap weights, which, by the way, I have big tech too, you will be fine. That is why I bash big tech. But you know what? Keep buying it, okay? Buy NVIDIA, please. Strongman, how much is Paul down on NVIDIA now? He's, I heard he's down 10 million, but I think he sold out personally. Let's see. Jeremy's taking shots at it. Oh, Kevin abandoned me because I exposed myself as a fraud. Jeremy's 10 times worse than Kevin. Graham's his neighbor. Oh, Graham.
Oh my God, Jeremy's such a good friend.
Let's see. There's a style investing where you buy new, fast-growing companies and hold them. Growth stock investing. You watch Dave Ramsey? Let's see. Jeremy really has a gambler. You can tell he has the emotional temperament of a gambler. Okay, like when Meta announces earnings, like he was screaming, like, "Oh my God!" You think I do that when VT goes up? Oh my God! Oh! Degenerate. Let's see. Why do you refer to Jeremy as a discount back? Look at his hair. So wait, doing the math. He lost more in Tattooed Chef than all the meta position. Yes, you see, people? Okay, he's not a good investor. Total returns over your lifetime. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Jeremy has a set. Well, because like he was so mentally just like I'm not a psychologist, but he has some kind of like complex where he had problems as a kid or something, and stock picking kind of like boosts his confidence. It makes him feel like he's a success, like he's making it in this world. And when he got destroyed in 2022, I think it ripped apart his entire psyche. I think the whole foundation of his self-image got absolutely destroyed in 2022. He got torn down to his bare soul in 2022. And now that these stonks have recovered, it's his coping mechanism by, embracing that these stocks have gone up. It makes him feel good about himself and confirms that, to him at least, that he's a good investor. Because that's his whole thing, is that he's a good investor. Imagine if you just sucked at something. We're awful. And you kept failing and failing and failing. Then you had a tiny success, but you still failed massively. Like you never really succeeded. But you hide all your past failures and you focus on that one tiny little success to make yourself feel better. And deep down in his psyche, he knows he's a fraud. And that's got to be horrible. That's got to be absolutely horrible, knowing every day that you're just a complete and utter fraud. But hey, could just buy VT, whatever. Like all these clowns bragging about NVIDIA Meta, but well, now I guess they don't like Tesla anymore because it went down. Let's see. Oh, Andrew. Jeremy's actually seething. He's jealous of other certain YouTubers and comments on their video. Who could that be? Why would Jeremy be jealous, though? He's crushed the market, bro. My neck has to be long and strong to support my nose. You don't have to tell me that twice. This strong got excited about. Dude, I remember like I maxed, or I didn't max it, but I put like 10K in my Roth 401k. And it was like right at the bottom of the most recent dip. I was like, awesome. And now it's up. I think I bought it at like 80 or something. Now it's like 104. It's like, oh, great. I love it. I thought for a second VT was going to go to zero. I was really stressed about it, but we came through. Okay. We came through. I paint over my bot. Ooh, that's hot. Does Jeremy keep up at night seeing that he can't be destroyed and will still destroy other people? Trust me, I'm too busy to think about Jeremy all the time. I got other things going on besides worrying about Jeremy Lefebvre. But trust me, he thinks about me. He probably touches himself while he does it too. Let's see. Andrew out here writing essays for his daddy dong, man. Go visit his mother. Good one. Didn't he buy call options for Tattooed Chef? No. What's Tattooed Chef? I don't know what that stock is. Let's see. Finance audience always flock to the best performing YouTuber, smartest one they think it is. Strongman, you're just jealous that Jeremy has a bigger tax loss. Admit it. Yeah, that's true. He does have he will never pay capital gains taxes again. I wonder what I'm going to tax loss this year. We'll see.
You had the chance to tell your followers to load up on Meta at 90. You didn't call the bottom of every single stock in the stock market. You stayed consistent with your message to match your tax advantage accounts and buy Total World Index and hold and stick to cars. Why didn't you tell people to buy Bitcoin at 0.05% and Dogecoin? Yeah.
Shut up. Let's see. You keep VT. I mean, I have some in taxable. Sometimes, some years I don't have enough, or I don't. Well, I've tried to max, but some years I've had it like invested in a taxable account, and I've left it there. See, I've got 6 figures in a taxable account. I wish I didn't, but I do. Strongman, I found this channel called Capital Mindset. He's an individual stock picking degenerate. I heard he's bought a lot of Meta. I think you should expose him. Well, he's actually made money. Crazy. All right, well, that's it. Let's do the outro of Jeremy losing money. He's a fraud. He's a liar. This changes nothing. His total returns are negative. Do not get sucked into his BS. Have a delicious, wonderful day.
Since this time last year, I am down not 1 million, not 2 million, but $3 million. And, you know, I'm down over $1 million in the chef. Over $1 million if you add up all my different accounts. As you're seeing there, you know, basically lost everything in the stock. 200, that's $250,000. And then a much smaller position in my public account. This is my main private account.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just had two kind of, I know we're kind of wrapping up on our time. I just had two kind of numbers questions for you, if that's all right.
Sure.
Yeah, 'cause as I said earlier, you know, I love crunching the numbers and seeing, you know, when I'm able to hit my retirement number as far as my portfolio size. Do you know roughly? Obviously, I know we can't predict the future, but do you know roughly what should I expect as far as like stock, I guess, annual returns?
As far as the private group is concerned, I mean, at an average, you're looking at 30% at an average.
Which one? You said 13 or 30?
30.
You know, earlier after the chef earnings came out, I felt like there was several people that were kind of like attacking me. And, you know, it might not have been the agenda or whatever, but you can't control how somebody else interprets it. I interpreted it as like, Jeremy, you don't know what the fuck you're doing anymore. You're clueless. That's how it came across to me. That might not be the way certain people intended it, but that's how it came across to me.
Man, fuck Jeremy Lefebvre. I think it's time we put his channel in the grave. Dude is such a clown. Dude's the biggest meme. Planet 13 got him having wet dreams. The only thing he made his chicken next was his mortgage. He's gonna have to sell his Teslas in his storage. Then admit you got lucky. Your morals are yucky. $60 monthly from some sucker in Kentucky, making a few thousand monthly. You think robbing people of their savings is funny? Financial education more like chronic masturbation. Fuck that noise. Listen to my proclamation. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Strong man, that's my wicket, and we buying all day. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Strong man, that's my wicket, and we buying all day. BT, my BT. Fuck Win Resort. More like Lose Resort. Tattoo chef, elf on a shelf. Suck a dick.
You do that necessarily in real estate. Yeah, you.
And your idea for building your portfolio is to load up on Fubo TV.
Business fundamentals for a lot of the companies you talk about are deteriorating.
The guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Jeremy, you can't resist talking about me. I'm starting to think that you're in love with me. And just know that I'm in love with you.
Holy smoke, is this ain't no joke, as I was literally about to go to bed.
Oh my word, look at that.
Wow, do we have a lot to get into here today.
Woo, 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 man. Oh, merry stock market. Oh, man. Woo!
Jeremy, talk about Tattoo Chef stock. Jeremy, talk about TDCF stock. Jeremy.
Woo!